All right, y'all. So we got the JP Dokkan data download and did reveal a couple pieces of information to us. First and foremost, we see that Vegeta and Trunks and Interlor Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta do actually release in-game tonight. It is in 5.5 hours at the time of this recording. By the time this video goes up, it'll be a little over 5 hours. So very exciting piece of news here. I think that's obviously the kind of big thing a lot of us were interested in seeing if they would actually release tonight or next week. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I thought that they would release on like the 4th or so them coming up tonight is huge. This is probably one of the biggest just like content drops in just like Dokkan ever, like in the past week. In fact, I don't believe this is updated dates. Like if we take a look here, man, this week alone we got these 10 easy 8. No, we got 12 easy A's in this week. 2 extreme Z battles, 3 super easy A's, battlefield easy, and then what? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 sub easy A's. Like that's crazy. And we're getting new difficult content as well. And this like kind of data download again. We'll take a look at everything here, but yeah, if you want to see a breakdown as well of these 2 characters, again, I did do a breakdown video for them earlier, and at the end of the video we'll talk about them, I guess, just a little bit extra. But again, we did break them down in multiple videos at this point, so there's not really a need for me to kind of go over their kit a second time, so that's pretty cool. Now, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Vegeta and Trunks, and STR Mega Shenron all actually do get their special EX equipment. And again, we could actually take a look here if this page does load. Because I think there's some loading issues earlier. Yeah, again, they have these special equipment right here in game, and again, we could see at the site that it actually does show the same for all of them. So based on what I'm seeing here, it is a level 8 defense for both of these guys, and then I believe, if again I'm not mistaken, STR Mega should actually get the same kind of equipment. In fact, we could literally bring up STR Mega right now. No, I guess I can't bring up STR Mega right now. I wonder why. That's a bit odd. I guess, yeah, Dokkan Defil's not even loading. Okay, but again, we can see that there's these special equipments here for these characters. Doesn't look like there's really a good gold equip, to be honest. I mean, type event is boost and dodge, sure, but I think dodge and defense, and then defense right there is nice. But if I do think that this character is a full dodge build character, I would say this character is full additional, but additional defense will be useful. But again, it's only like 2 defense. Maybe not the most powerful equips, huh? But we'll see. Again, I'm probably going to go live a little bit before these characters actually do drop in game, just to kind of take a look at what they're able to do. But again, these guys look incredible to me, and I think that they'll be really good in game performance wise. But again, here are the upcoming missions. Along with this, we see in here that there's going to be the new challenge events here. There's going to be the new Popo shop kind of update, which I don't believe it's been updated in game as of this current moment. I think it'll update later tonight when things drop. This is also the Omega Shenron burst mode. Like, there's a lot of content. These 2 are new stages of difficult content, right? So this is especially the ones that we voted for. So in fact, we should bring up the challenge tab just in case here. But of course, as always, we are getting more weekly missions. So starting next week, we have extra weekly missions, and this is interesting. So we want to clear the burst mode. And that is actually from August 5th. So I guess we know that the burst mode does start on the 5th of August. Okay. And that's pretty much it there. Just kind of play the game, get some link levels up, etc. Very easy. Of course, the easy A medals to Extreme Z Awaken Vegeta Trunks and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta here. Then this is Dokkan Ultimate Request Battle. So again, it's one of the new difficult stages. It might be this one. Let's again just kind of see Ultimate Speed Battle. No, it's not that one. Funny enough, it uses the same text as the Ultimate kind of Speed Battle, like in terms of how it looks like. Yeah, Dokkan Ultimate Request Battle, and then this one is the clone Gogeta event. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so this is the new fight. Again, if you don't want to get spoiled about what this fight's going to look like. You can scroll away, but I'm going to show this on the screen. We won't see the actual like stats of the bosses, but we'll see any effects that they do. So okay, and then you also want to complete this event with a full type team. So either a full STR rainbow team or an extreme class rainbow team, so one of each type. But luckily, as long as you clear that, you're good to go. 7 stones per mission here. So again, let's see what these bosses are going to be doing. So okay, it is a long fight with Giru, Pan, Trunks, and GT Goku. Nothing crazy here for Giru. Attack 40% each turn up to 120%. Giru could be, can't be stunned actually. I was gonna say I thought Giru could be stunned for a second. Interesting, within the turn, 30% attack up to 120%. Then 150%, no, 100% attack up to the third turn, 50% attack raise here for GT Goku. 77% reduction, so okay. We'll see what this guy kind of looks like, but this is definitely interesting. So 4-phase fight. I assume this is gonna be a difficult fight. Again, it's either gonna be a difficult fight or just a decently difficult fight. I don't know. Again, this is assuming this is a challenge event, but it could be an easy one because everyone voted for it, and it could be one where it's like, oh, it's very accessible to like kind of free-to-play players, you know what I mean? Doesn't look like any debuffs or anything like that is allowed for this event either, so that's something to kind of think about. Okay, nothing really crazy there. Let's keep looking through this. So this is the Clone Gogeta event. We know that there's a new support memory here. We actually want to use this without using items. Oh, so this is the event where we don't want to use items, huh? With the missions. And then we want to run all types. Oh, wait, what if this event restricts you from using items? That might be it. The Dokkan Ultimate Request Battle. It might stop you from using items. I actually don't know if that's the case or not. Okay, so this is the event here. What does this support memory do? So during battle, all allies infused fighters category get 10% attack and defense, and then Shadow Dragon Saga get 1 extra key. So it's just literally this when Gogeta clones kind of do the confetti. Again, this is very funny. A lot of people actually wanted the clones to be their own characters. I think that would also be just cool to have, but luckily GT Heroes is pretty good right now anyway, so it's not really the biggest deal of all time. So there's 2 difficulties here, actually. Interesting. Is it any much of a difference? Oh, it's not loading? Okay. It's not loading for me, so I guess we might not be able to see what this is. Okay. Sure. I guess we'll see what's happening with that later. So here's stage 9 for the Shadow Dragons event. So clear stage 9 with 4 more GT Hero characters, and then 6 Battle of Fate characters. And then we get the awakening for this support memory here. This one is for Shadow Dragon Saga. Yeah, Shadow Dragon Saga, key 1 and 20% attack and defense. And then Extreme Class Shadow Dragon characters get an extra 2 key. So that's 3 key and 20% attack and defense for the first 7 turns for Shadow Dragon Saga characters that are Extreme Class, huh? Okay, I mean, if you like running the Shenron team, this could be really good for that team, of course. So that's a really huge addition there. Interesting. What does this stage look like? Where is the Shadow Dragons event here? Because it's not letting me. Oh no, it is letting me click from here. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Burst mode, we'll take a look at it in a minute. Let's see here. So this is stage 9. This is the boss rush, yeah. So, yep. All these Shadow Dragons here. Anything interesting potentially? This guy does have Key Blast Nullification. So the thing about this guy that's funny is in the original version of the event. Um, okay, so this is basically, yeah, this is basically stage 6 with stage 7 and 8 final bosses added to it. This phase could be potentially used to stack characters, because he 50% reduction gets non-int characters and Ki Blast nullification. So like Super Saiyan, well, I guess Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta wouldn't be a good example of this. Who's like a stacker character that does Ki Blasts? Rose does Ki Blast. Blue Goku does a Ki Blast super, I believe, right? I guess I might, okay, yeah, so 18 keys Ki Blast, 18 key Ki Blast for them. Like you could technically stack them up and their team for a longer time, which could be potentially in your favor, so that you could just nuke the final phases, right? Okay. Nothing special here. This guy does seal, lowers attack. This character, Oceana, stuns. This guy has dodge, attack, race here. Yeah, Ice Shenron locks and lowers defense and disables dodge. God, that's this phase is gonna be crazy, dude. This guy, yeah, disables dodge, locking, and 40% defense lower is nasty. This guy, like, oh, okay, the last 3 fights, they all have defense lowering. And this guy does also disable dodge. Okay. This is gonna be a tough fight, like a long, tough fight. And again, this is where like Vegeta and Trunks are gonna be potentially, right? Obviously, the locking could potentially be an issue, but if you're able to kind of move them around to the rotation where they float, like you could attack it, what you could do is you could float them off in this phase, and then they'll come back around here, right? So we'll see what happens with that fight. This is gonna be a tough fight. Like if the stat, it depends on the stats, but this could be a very, very difficult fight. I could see that happening. So this is what I'm excited for. The other one, we'll see, but 2 longer fights I think really benefits, because again, as much as people in the community really like short fights right now, and they really hate the idea of long fights, but there has to be a balance. Another thing is that these 2 characters are actually usable in the Shadow Dragons event. It says they're banned, but apparently you could actually use them in here from what I saw on Twitter. And then this event here, I assume they're not going to be banned because it's a longer fight. So these 2 will actually be usable because they're not shorter fights. So that's a huge plus. Again, this is where like the part 1 LRs will probably flourish a lot better than these 2. Because this is where, like, for example, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, again, the shorter fights, he's mega king here, but these are all other supers. He's not going to be able to counter these. Like, this fight is where Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta could potentially have some issues. I'm not going to say he's going to be suddenly, like, terrible mid dog shit. Do not take that, like, out of my words, is what I'm saying. I'm saying that this could be where these 3 look a lot better, like in terms of because I feel like this guy kind of stands out right now compared to the other 4, but then these fights could be what evens things out more so. And I think all 4 of them are really good, but especially these 2 are gonna benefit a lot from these longer fights with the stacking, because like the fusions are also active. Like Omega might be just done, right? The Vegeta Trunks active, Omega might be done. This guy has type advantage at the end. He's providing all the damage reduction. He does lose the attack support, which is huge, but the thing is that you could also, well, I would say you could save the domain, but the domain's gonna buff these bosses too. So that's like another potential kind of, for the Shadow Dragons bosses specifically, that's potential another negative. But in this fight, he's not gonna buff them. So this fight, like the domain will be really good. Again, they're all good in their own different, separate, like kind of situations with the events. I just think that right now, before these long fights, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is favored. It's just that, you know, once this support rolls off, we're gonna see GT Heroes without this, and it is going to be a pretty significant difference. double 140% support, it will be a pretty significant difference. Like Super Saiyan 4 STR Goku, or like Angel Super Saiyan 4 Goku will be a lot better in this fight. Let's think of, all the support characters. Like, this is a really big thing. And dodge is disabled, so like, STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku is going to be looking a lot better. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is going to be able to stack a lot more this fight, though. Like, again, that's where it's like, there's like advantages and disadvantages. We'll see what happens. I obviously think that GT Heroes would be perfectly fine, though. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, GT Heroes, it's over, right? But that team definitely benefits from shorter fights. And I would also think that the Omega team kind of benefits from shorter fights too, or tag team fights, because especially this guy is one of the strongest soldiers on that team. But I think this Omega fight, like if it's actually a tough fight, could be detrimental to him because the final phase is int. There's locking. And this dodge disable, it doesn't really matter, but like this could be where, like, yeah, double int phase, dude. Tech characters are crying right now, man. Well, tech characters are crying, which is pretty much just sin. And you're not really running tech clone in that event, but hits teams like hits team, the year 10 fusions, right? Like the blue Goku team, they're gonna be a lot better in this fight. Like year 10s are gonna look great here. So anyways, let me know what you guys are thinking. These fights, when do they drop? Tonight? Is it tonight? It is tonight. Dude, everything comes out tonight. Wow. Oh, wait, there's still more stuff. The Extreme Z battles. Actually, yeah, everything comes out tonight, 1 in the morning. I mean, okay, we're gonna have to showcase the Easy Ace first, but then we'll have to hop in here. There's gonna be a really busy night, so crazy. All right, let me actually also double check and make sure that like Proton didn't post anything interesting found in the data here, or maybe Rick found anything interesting in the data, but I'm not really seeing anything big necessarily right now. So okay. All right, appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.